Good morning. I love how peaceful it is early in the morning in here. And okay, guys, there's too much sun. And I still have some leaves in my trees, but I really love my trees. Look at that. So beautiful. Wait. Good morning again. It's Saturday morning, and for a very long time I haven't shown you mornings here. They're just beautiful. Sorry for the noise. Okay, it's dirty window. So, oh god, can't even see. Today I have guests. The guests are coming, and yesterday I managed to do a lot of things, actually, preparations for tonight. Anyways, why I didn't want to film today, well, this morning, is because this week I was basically clean for 4 days, and last night I ate something and it feels horrible. I mean, my body's just like, I'm thinking already tonight, I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat with my guests. I just feel like my body needs less and less food, maybe liquids, but I mean it's fine with that. But like solids, it's just, and nothing satisfies me anymore. Nothing, doesn't matter how good it tastes or whatever. Just nothing really is how it used to be. But I guess if you're already did this process, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, well, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyways, it's beautiful today, and it's unbelievable that this week I managed to wake up really early and do a lot of work before, or actually it's the same time when I'm doing work, but usually I'm awake all night. Only this time I wasn't. I slept few hours, and then I would wake up at, I don't know, 5:36, something like that, and then I would do a lot of stuff even before 8 or 9 o'clock, which is great. I know that I'm in this new cycle where more transformation happens, because I see how many things are changing physically with me and inside of me, and it's fascinating. Although it's kind of disturbing, because you have a schedule, you have to do certain things, and this actually is part of your life, and sometimes it's hard to ignore. But all in all, it's fascinating. It comes also with positive things, like having a lot of energy to do a lot of stuff. Oh, the sun is in my eye. But now, to compensate for last night, I made myself tea. This is what I drink a lot lately. This is my to-go drink lately. It's actually the only thing that makes me happy and satisfied. And honey. Yes, I'm vegan, but I'm consuming honey now, because I feel like it's the only thing that actually my body really accepts, since something else is activated, which is similar to this product. I'm not going to talk about this right now, because or maybe I should talk about this. You know about that thing, it's called the nectar of the gods? Well, I've been having this on and off, feeling it, that it's just like activating, and honey, it's like that. And if I have some honey and tea, I don't need anything else, and I'm fine. I just in water, but even that I don't feel like, not always. But a hot tea, it's perfect. Anyways, today, well, we still have to do some stuff, and I have to clean the house. Well, although maybe for you it looks clean, but not for me. I have to do a little more cleaning, and yeah, I cannot wait to actually receive my guests. I'm gonna see some new faces tonight. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to film them, but nonetheless, I'm happy that they're coming. Yeah, it's really beautiful. I can't get over the fact that it's so beautiful outside. It's so light. And by the way, I think a week ago or so, I bought this magazine, Steve Jobs magazine. A little bit about the man, the story, and actually it's a collection of articles, Time magazine. It's actually quite interesting. So I never actually talk about Apple because Apple was never really part of my life or something very major. But I always admire Steve Jobs. And lately I was checking out some documentaries about him and his life and life story and whatever. And the last one that I saw was, I think, Steve Jobs, The Machine, or The Man, The Machine. I'm not sure exactly. I can put a link to it if you want to check it. It's online. And actually they try to, I mean, this time, because I know there's the second movie out now. This one was more something like to show like both sides, as in like why Steve was great, and also the darker sides of Steve, the story with his, I mean, I knew all the stories, but it's like I'm just trying to summarize what this thing is about, and the way he did business, and to show him that there's like, I mean, it kind of like tried to put doubt in the minds of people that love Apple and Apple products, in the sense that, yeah, okay, he's a man who had a great vision and has done all these great things, but let's have a look of the other side of the coin, where there's people suffering, like let's say people in China that are producing this product, and that work in those factories, and what happened with some of them, or like, I don't know, it was this case where some supervisor lost a phone and he ended up, I think, dying, or he killed himself, something like this, because there was an investigation and all sorts of weird things, people exhausted, and also like really weird things. And it's kind of like made you think, it's like, okay, Apple is great, but this is really ugly. Although it's not directly part of Apple's what they do, but is they work with these people, and these people have this weird policies in place, and people are not really respected, I mean, for their work, and you end up like making a product like the ultimate goal, when it shouldn't be. I mean, it's great that they have these tools, but we have to respect the people first. So it kind of like put things in perspective. I don't want to offend anybody that's a big fan of Apple, and I love Apple products. It's just I think it gave you a larger perspective on things, but ending with the note that, yeah, I mean, all this thing happened, Steve did this and that and whatever, but without his vision, without his drive, without his essence, we wouldn't have had this, how should I say, technological revolution in this sense, because of somebody's passion for things well done and things that people would love and incorporate in their lives and make them part of their lives. Although it can lead to weird situations and addictions and stuff like this. I'm not one of those people, but I'm just saying. I don't know, I just lately, probably because I'm getting more and more into the tech world, I mean, through coding, and because as I said, I'm doing coding now, and I'm learning, and I'm expanding my knowledges, and yeah, I just I don't know. I feel like I needed to learn more about him, and I don't know, probably because right now I'm actually thinking of in the future building some apps, either for Android or iOS or whatever. But I don't know. Plus, I'm somebody who is just like relentless in what I do, and but I always wanted to just like do things in an ethical way that people can relate and appreciate, and I mean you as a person and your work and whatever. And yes, sometimes somebody with a vision and somebody who actually lives from that kind of like perspective might seem too, I say, overwhelming, authoritarian or whatever, because they have a vision and they want to implement that. It's all about clarity in the end. So if you don't have that clarity and you think, oh, that's not possible, whatever, but if somebody does and they know that they are going to make it and they're going to realize it, yes, you can get very obsessed maybe with it until you bring it to life, so to speak. So I guess this is where, I mean, in Steve's case and in other people's cases, I mean, successful people and creative people, that when you want to do something like this, not everyone will understand in the beginning what you're talking about, but if you stick with it and if you just push through and you see the final product and it's like, oh, okay, so now I know what you're talking about. But you had to actually have somebody to do that for you. So yeah, this is what Steve's role was, to be a person, a man with a vision, and make it happen. And that's what we should actually appreciate in the end, that he did this, and for that, people, I think that's why people love him and miss him now that he's gone. And yeah, anyways, just a little backside whatever thing today. I just felt like talking about Steve. So it's 1 hour before my guests will arrive, and this is the beautiful cake that I'm going to serve tonight. It's a raw vegan cake. I'm already prepared the pizza stuff, and I still have to do the appetizer. Say hello, Tom.
Hi.
Look at it. Looks so beautiful. Oh my god. It's a lot of goodness inside. Oh my god. Yes.